Hello everyone, petar.jacimovic here from vicofanalysis.com. I want to post the update on the GBP USD and to alert you that I secured position I took 2 days ago. Again, I will go through explanation, reasoning of my position, and also try to explain you the behavior in how the price action works and why everything is happening pretty much, and you know, what's the reasoning also about the fake breakouts and so on. So first of all, like I'm teaching my mentorship program to students, first of all we need to see the overall picture of the currency we want to observe. In this case this is a GBP USD, and let's observe the large overview. I held a webinar yesterday and I explained a very good for traders. You know, it was a very good webinar, and I will repeat that webinar very soon as well, so you will be able to join free and watch my explanation. And also later on, if you want, we can start cooperation and you can start also my mentorship program. Anyway, GBP overall picture according to the daily time frame, it's we want a strong downward. You see this strong downward lag of about 2,600 pips. This was a strong downward lag, and after that we went to correction. And if you place the Fibonacci retracement, this is exactly 50% retrace it here. And not just that, we created a head and shoulders formation. As you can see, head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and this is the neckline here. We broke here very strongly here, and then back to retest, and this was a very strong approach, very good opportunity to sell. And price went lower, 430 pips, and if you sold at this stage here, you probably take the 1-4 ratio if you held to this swing low. And later on, price rejected, made another lower swing high. You see 1, 2, 3 consecutive lower swing highs, and this is clear sign that downward trend continues, and that we see the institutional and strongholders like to sell the British pound, and they like to, you know, to invest in the dollar compared to the British pound. Now I will zoom in to see that later on we created this again cluster, and price broke here, broke and made a new swing low, broke the 1, 2, 3, 4 critical swing lows where we got demand from this point, and we broke that on the very strong volume, which I will show you on the 1 hour and 30 minutes time frame. This is a sign that they really want this lower probably to reach the swing low, and later on if we speak about a longer perspective, they want to reach probably this area and even go much lower than this. But we're going step by step. The reasons why I entered actually why bullet sell here, it's because we got a base. I'm using the Wyckoff analysis, pure price action, Fibonacci work, and also I'm using the pointed figure charts for calculations and so on, which again I'm teaching everything on my 7-day course on my mentorship program. This is a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is about 6-7 days base, which is very strong, very good for short-term trading, for short-term traders to start to create some positions. Since I'm short-term trader, basically my original risk in this selling position was just above this area here, and that was about 110 pips. And since my take profit is minimum 1-to-3 ratio, I'm going for that minimum 1-3 ratio, and I want to achieve this about 300 pips approx about this stage here. So this is my final target. I want to take 1-3. The risk in this setup was 0.5 from the balance. I want to try to take 1.5% return. I secured position since so this is how it looks on the daily time frame. Price went, did a fake breakout, sellers came in, bearish engulfing pattern, then the breakout of this cluster here, and that is a confirmation. But now to trigger better, even if you trigger it at this bar, you wouldn't be late at all. even if you trigger it inside this is a strong approach for potential even if this is a strong bearish engulfing. So even in this example you shouldn't even wait the whole breakout, but it's always better to wait the whole breakout for confirmation. Anyway, we go to the lower time frames, you know, and clearly you can see what's going on. I explained this on my webinar yesterday, and how the market playing with crowd and with non-professional traders who don't have a plan and don't have the proper knowledge. Basically, as you know, the rule is that pretty much everyone, you know the rule: buy on the low, sell on the highs and stuff like that. And that's okay, but look, for example, this stage here, you sell near the high, price went a little bit, you know, and then you got stop out because the mass, the crowd will put the stop loss above the swing, this swing high, and they got taken out. Not just that they got taken out, the buyers came in because. So what the smart traders and what's the banks doing? And they don't want to let something which is too obvious. It's probably not good, because if you see that we are in the trading range, since I work mostly of my setups happening to observe the anatomy of the trading range and position myself, because after the equilibrium, the big movements happens after equilibrium. So after some stalling price, after some consolidation. So if you see here, in you trade like you used to trade, you know, in the normal average trader will think to sell near the highs, you know, and put the stop loss above, and he got stop loss. And once we broke this trading range at this stage here, so we go step by step. The buyers came in because the breakout of the highs, and buyers got stop out when the price pulled back. Now buyers continue to buy here, and you know, because they buy on the lows, and it seems logic and everything is fine. But look at this. Now again, they got stop out here, and this is the stop loss hunt as well for them. And you know, they lost. And not just that, the sellers on the breakout of the lows came in, and the market playing with them and push again higher, you know. Not just that, push all the way higher to close all them, even the traders who put the stop loss all above this. Now the buyers came in after this bar, you know, they think this is a final, that's it, you know. Price went lower. Now we see the retest, they still adding position. We broke this swing high, they still adding position, trying that this will go higher because it's already, you know, good for out of trading range, and so on and so on. Now what's going on? Smart traders starting to sell. We create a head and shoulders formation on the 30 minutes time frame. This is a neckline here. Once we got this neckline, we got breakout of that. I'll zoom in. So I will delete this. It's a head and shoulder formation. So a lot of buyers trapped here, trying to buy out the trading range, and finally break out of the trading range, and we back here into the trading range in this bar here. Some aggressive sellers. You can also, since the Wyckoff logic is basically Wyckoff will 90% of the time wait for the total the breakout, to see the clean breakout, I mean, of the trading range, and then to build position. But according to, again, overall the picture on the larger frames, you must be in direction with the banks and with big boys. Let's say that way. That's why you never think about any buying here. You know, you can try something. I tried something with you know, to try to catch, and I was in plus, starting on trading range, but again, then I started to build selling positions. So this is a clear distribution for me, and it's worth few hundred pips. You know, projection is like few hundred pips. So basically, aggressive seller started here, and that's okay if you want to do aggressive selling, but you don't need actually to do that. Or if you do that, you do with less than half of what is your average size on the aggressive type of trade entry. which again I'm teaching in my mentorship program exactly what you need to focus and how to learn to don't be pretty much fake it by smart money, you know, because there is a two fakes here, there is a fake out here, fake here, you know. Look at this buying, you know, this is going good and everyone's starting to buy here, they add buying, look at this buying here, and then bye bye, clear distribution. Now I start to sell the pound once the price broke here, you know. Since I saw the swing lows are very close here, I don't need to wait to retest. Even I should, maybe if I waited, I get a 15-20 pips the best price here, the better price. But since the swing lows are very close to this, I didn't need to wait. For the purpose of stop loss, you can put stop loss all above this area if you want, you know, or above the 61.8, because if the price back all the way again above the trading range, something isn't good. So basically a stop loss is 100 pips, it's enough, and you don't need to put more than that. So I start to sell here. We have the first supporting 61.8 expansion and swing low area here, and we reached that area yesterday. We are right now trying to go again that to test the area and probably try to go below that. Right now I'm plus about 80 pips and I secured, so I moved my stop loss original of 100 pips to the +1, and I'm in the win-win situation, so I cannot lose. Now I just follow the progress of this currency. So if the price breaks 61.8, we see good supply here, then probably we're going to test my target, which is actually 100% expansion level, and also strong swing, swing low where we saw this good strong demand. So this is also a good area. So area around 1.4, 870. That's my target. If you have two transactions, you can let's say chase this 161.8 and the swing low from this stage, which is probably beyond the test if we see the breakouts of this, which I think that we will, you know, maybe even in the 1-2 bars with the strong on the or the news or bad news or something like that, the public will just push this lower together with institution. But we'll see. You always must have the plan and be on the ground and never expect too much. You just follow day by day and see how everything is going. So basically the point is every currency you must observe on the larger frames perspective, find some good price action, try to recognize, and don't be fake it. You know, don't be fake it by, you know, if you're unprofessional, you know, if you don't have the good education and if you don't have good knowledge, proper knowledge, you will lose like 90%. You know, you will not be consistent, and you will not create good results. You must have the good knowledge in the reading the chart, and as well having the psychological factor. Don't be too greedy, don't overextend the risk, and do the proper managing of the trade. It's a very hard part in IL. It's also, that's the part it's hardest to learn. Once you got knowledge and you practice and you know to understand the market, what's going on, the next part is to manage your position and properly cash, let's say that, cash the pips, you know. You must have the plan. Anyway, this is my analysis on the British pound. So for some readers, I put the stop loss and break even. I'm now in plus about 70-75 pips, and we'll see what will happen in this stage here. I hope everything will be good, and even if the price back up, we will not lose. We cannot lose since we are on the break even. Again, if you want to start my mentorship program, learn how to read the chart and to understand what's going on, you know, and stop losing the money and catch the high probability setups. You must first of all learn the pure price action. Also the volume is very important. For example, this supply which came in actually did a breakout on the daily, strong support. So this is a first big alert that sellers are preparing very good selling here, and they prepared after, of course, equilibrium, and that's how they're doing, you know. Usually trading ranges or something which is, you know, the most common think it's that something explodes or go massively after the equilibrium, you know. So, and this is the equilibrium, and this is a classic Wyckoff analysis where we got the buying climatic actions here with trading range, and this is secondary tests, few up thrusts here. This is the distribution. They distributed strongly to the trading range very easily and broke out at the lower end. This is whole making a very strong approach. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. If you like my analysis, feel free to comment on the my YouTube video and my YouTube channel. Also follow me on the Forex Factory thread, The Art of Trading by Petar Serbia. And if you like to, and if you want to start my mentorship program, add me on the Skype. I will put you my username in the description of the video, and we can talk about possible cooperation. Also, I'm doing the managing accounts. So if you're interested, also if you're an investor and you want to invest, I'm also doing that, managing accounts. So that's it for this analysis. I wish you a good trading and have a nice day.